It's a quarter after 9 on May 9th, 2025, and I am actually headed to a job interview for a desk job, which I think will be a really good job. First job interview that I've had since getting a bachelor's degree, so it'll be a little bit different than what I'm used to, because most of the job interviews I've had before were, hi, what's your name? Are you capable of lifting 50 pounds? Can you start yesterday? Because restaurants and retail have been chronically understaffed most of my life, and that's just what I've been doing. And those jobs have been rough on me. Lots of bad stuff happened. Like the bar I worked at actually was the main reason why I drank a lot. I had easy access to alcohol, and it made me feel good. So that was not a good situation. I worked at Longhorn Steakhouse for a while. It was a really good job. The problem was the pay wasn't great, and the workload was really high, and I also ended up in pain a lot, which wasn't fun. I'm learning more about the pain that I have in my body and what I'm capable of. I worked at a local taco place. I worked at Chipotle. I worked at Jersey Mike's for 2 days. That was awful. It was one of the worst jobs I ever had. But this is for a desk job. Super excited. Yeah, my degree's in English, but this job is all about like data processing and stuff. So that's something that I actually am fully capable of doing, as well as like reading directions and filling out forms correctly. That's something I'm totally capable of doing. I ended up leaving my house a little bit earlier than I would have had to if I had wanted to get there like right on time, which is fine because I like being early for interviews and stuff like that. Should get there in about probably 45 minutes from now, which is pretty good. Waiting on the bus, and then, taking the bus and then all that, which is cool. I am hoping for the interview to go pretty well. I would actually really like the job. I think it would be pretty cool. One of my goals with the job is to get the job, and over the course of the next 6 to 8 months, save up enough money between working and other things to get a car, because a car would be a really useful thing for me. I'm probably just going to go with like a Honda or a Kia, like a $25,000 sedan. I might also look at Nissan or Subaru. Of course I'm looking at Subaru, but yeah. I've been looking for cars and looking at cars so I can look at the budget and everything. Think, do I have to loan it? Can I take out a loan? Can I do something else? All that stuff. But yeah, and then I ended up going to Wendy's for breakfast. I had spiced chicken sandwich and a chicken wrap and their caramel vanilla frosty, and it was so good. It was so good. Looking over the side because there's cops, and I'm wondering what they're there for. I don't know. Never really know why the cops are here. Sometimes they're just here, just making sure that everybody's doing all right, because it's a major bus terminal and by the university. Well, okay. There's a lot of cops. That's 3 cops, 4 cops. Why are there so many cops? Job interview went pretty well. I don't know for sure whether or not I actually am going to get it, but it went pretty well. The pay would be pretty good. It'd be a full-time job. I'd be in an office. I'd be learning a lot of new stuff, so the pay would go up as I learned new things and was able to do more things. And they said they'd be in touch. So I'm hoping that means within the next week or two that I find out that I'm going to be employed. And then I go from there with the plans for grad school, because obviously I don't actually need grad school since I'm not going to be a teacher anymore because of a whole bunch of things. So I just like the idea of finishing the master's degree because I started it, so I should finish it. Thankfully, there's an option to finish it without needing to actually... Wow, I missed the bus, but that's okay, because there'll be another one shortly. Without actually needing to get a certification, so there's that option, which is really epic. I'm walking right now. I'm going to pass a gas station and a car dealership with a kind of cool jingle. I like their jingle. A couple of other things. I walked with the mobility aid today, and it absolutely helped. It lowered my pain, which is something wonderful, and means that it is working, so I will be continuing to use it. I see orthopedics on Monday, and I see primary care on the 20th, so all good. So yeah, I think that went really well. I'll know more about the job next week, so right now I'm kind of relaxing. It's about 3 hours before the Mariners game, so I'm probably going to jump in bed for a little bit, play, maybe play some Switch, Yu-Gi-Oh! Seven Trials of Glory, go from there, because it's a super fun game, one of my favorite games of all time. And, yeah, other than that, everything looks good. So super happy that I was able to go to the interview, super happy that things went really well. Looks like it's a job that I would be able to do really well. It's a desk job. Might have to do a little bit of moving around here and there, but I do that all the time anyway, and it's probably better for my back to not just sit and not just stand. Still, obviously, applying for some other jobs, thinking about some other things, working towards making the content monetized. Hopefully that happens within the next 9 months. I would prefer it to happen by September. I am hoping to, over the next couple of days, just sit down and bust out a bunch of content. I'm thinking about making some videos about Indianapolis and the Indianapolis 500, leading up into that, because I think that would be really cool. I'm going to continue working on my Every Mariner Ever series. That's going to come out probably Monday is going to be the next one. Probably going to do 3 or 4 or 5 of those over the next little bit. I need to take a little bit of a break right now because I am in a bit of pain from walking, but everything's great.